Pizza parties are not bad per se. So at many professional firms, those pizza party events, they're there for the wrong reasons. So let me explain this. Oftentimes managers use those pizza parties as carrots, and they use it in a way that controls behavior. So if you do this, you will get that pizza party. If you hit certain targets, you will get a pizza party. If you exceed those, well, you get extra cheddar cheese as a topping for those pizzas that we're going to order. And so this, if do this, you get that. That sort of intervention is coercive. So it attempts to control behavior, and this is not great. So if, let's say, well, there's a end of the quarter coming, and manager looks at KPIs or other measures and decides that we need to step up and put in additional hours, and maybe, well, that next Saturday that's coming up, we need to be here and work together collaboratively, and well, do some real good work. And if you guys manage to do that as I have envisioned for you, then we're going to have a great and awesome extra cheddar cheese pizza party. So this sort of intervention, this sort of carrot, it works short term, and therefore managers think that it works all the time. But studies have shown that actually, while these interventions do work short term, mid to long term, they actually are detrimental to professionals and their motivation. There was this study done about Pizza Hut program. I think it was like 20 years ago or so, maybe a little bit more. So basically, they were looking at the program which offered student pupils at school to improve their reading, and they were offered a pizza coupon if they read more books. So basically, you read another book, you get a pizza coupon. And so it seemed that at that moment that pupils were really excited about it, and indeed, short term, the participation really improved, and pupils started reading more. But what the researchers have observed was that mid to long term, there were actually detrimental consequences to this. So, for instance, the quality of reading has decreased. So basically, pupils showed less comprehension of the material that they read. And then the second thing was that pupils were picking books that were below their age threshold, so to speak. So for instance, if you're a 15-year-old, you would pick a book for a 10-year-old. And then with regard to the first, the comprehension of material, so if it has decreased, like I said. So if you look at these two and ask yourself why, well, the reason is quite simple. So you set a goal, the pizza is the goal, but reading is sort of an impediment. So you have to somehow get around that obstacle in order to get to the pizza. And so obviously pupils were, what they were doing is that they were trying to somehow circumvent the reading. And so whenever there's an intervention of the sorts that is a carrot or a stick, where if you do this, you get that, or if you do this, you will be punished by that. So when those things, they are introduced at a firm in such a way that is controlling other people's behavior, so that's going to have, sometimes it's going to have short-term benefits, but mid to long term, it's going to be detrimental to motivation. And we know that professional motivation has a correlation with financial performance of the firm. So it's not a great idea. If your company is oriented long term, it's not a great idea to use carrots and sticks. And so what sometimes managers do is that they would swap the pizza party, let's say, for a sushi event, or like sushi catering company. They will hire them so that chefs may come in and start making a different sort of food. And indeed, managers will see that the engagement of professionals has sort of increased, and they would infer that, well, this our renewed incentive and reward system is actually working. So all we need to do is introduce some variety. So let's say pizza parties, then sushi, then cocktails, whatever, right? But they're missing the point. So the reason why they see improvements to their failing system is that they've introduced novelty, right? And that's the only reason why. But the underlying principles are still there. And so because mid to long term, it's going to be detrimental. Those carrots and sticks are going to be detrimental to professional motivation. In principle, these interventions and these carrot and stick systems and incentives, they are destined to fail. So there's no way around that.